자,
they're in the same ballpark. I think you're still like misunderstanding what a tier list is supposed to be, right? Like because someone else's opinion is different doesn't make it wild compared to other people. It's like, oh, he has a different way of thinking. Like I'm pretty sure he talks about like what his tier list is because I don't speak Korean. Someone probably translated his thoughts or something, or he probably put it on Twitter or something. Let me see if he put it on Twitter. No, he didn't put it on Twitter.
2명 놓고.
So I'm just gonna skip to close to the end, right? Because he's done by here.
근데 이거 거의 이게
So
이게 맞는.
this is his tier list.
스케일이 좀 어떻게
No, he moves characters around.
상대적으로 세게 노엘 지.
Mario matchup. Wait, is this his tier list or his Mario matchup chart? Which one is it? I think this is tier list. Okay, let me. Oh yeah, jeez. Different aspects of character strength was yeah, because like, so you look at his tier list, right? I think it's his tier list. He did both. Okay, so this is his tier list. All right, so he puts Alko above Roa, does he? Let me see. Yeah, he puts Alko above Roa. Like maybe this is numbered. I don't know. If this is numbered, who cares, right? He thinks Alko's the best. If he does, then the idea is he thinks Alko's the best character in the game. Alko does break a lot of rules of the game. Her orbs bypass a lot of stuff from Shield. She has 3 jumps. She has 2 air dashes. Not a lot of people have that. You have to be a Moondrive to have that. She has that. That's pretty good. She has ways to convert. She has ways to break left, right. She has ways to break cross and protection. Ways to corner carry you from here to there. Orbs are really good. Lasers are really good. Lasers are good at stopping the zoners in the game. She's good. She's like mad good. I think I've always thought she was busted. Roa is like a little bit under Alko. He can't break the rules of the game. He's just strong at doing pretty much everything. He can zone you. He can stop you from zoning. His average damage is really high. He has good left right mix up. He has good buttons. He has good ways to stop different options. He's strong. Mario, he probably thinks Mario, he doesn't, obviously I don't know what his, I can't understand Korean, but I'm probably assuming that Mario's strong because he's good at stopping people from air dashing. Polearm Nun is really strong at people from air to airing because if he gets above you, you have to respect his Polearm Nun, the moon skill one. I think it's 4 BC. Let me go look it up. Top 2 is the next is what? Please finish typing your sentence. All right, let me go look at what Mario's moon skill is. I never know what it is. All right, not that one. Not that one. Where's Polearm Nun? It's not 6 BC. I guess it's 4 BC.
Sorry for being toxic. Bye.
I fucking love that. Is it 4 BC? Yeah, it's 4 BC. Yeah, Air 4 BC. Yeah, the one from behind. Yeah, 4 BC. 4 BC is mad good. Okay, so 4 BC is super strong. 4B is super strong. Like Air 4 BC for him is super strong. It stops a lot of people from like flying around and doing the garbage they want to do. Obviously, like that's really good. Charkham Oki is probably the best metered Oki in the game. Let me look. The best non-metered Oki in the game. Yeah, like think about when he does Charkham Oki to you. Does he have to spend meter to do it? No, he gets that shit off throw. He does forward throw in the corner. He does charge Charkham. What are you supposed to fucking do? He doesn't spend meter to do any of that shit. He just does it. Oki's insane. That's it. What about the fact that he has a charged normal? He has a charged low normal that hits multiple times that breaks high shield. It doesn't break low shield, it breaks high shield, which you can fuck up people when you do like air dash, whatever. He has multiple hitting normals. He has ways to stall air movement. His average damage is okay at best. Not okay. His average damage is like not as high as other characters. Metered is still pretty good. Corner carry is really strong. He has ways to break cross and protection as well. There was something else about him that was unique. I forget what it was. Oh, Polearm Nun is like counter Nun is fucking broken. Like you need a very specific response to stop that, and like you're not even gonna do it correctly most of the time. Like 2BC Moondrive 2BC is absolutely broken, but you need to like bait it. You have to like give up your pressure to block that thing. You cannot force Clash to do anything. That move is broken. That move's busted. Where's charge normal? Okay, I'll give you that. It's not that amazing. But he has it. He has a way to break high shield, which is important. Actually, no, doesn't that break? That doesn't break low shield. That kind of sucks. That kind of really sucks. I wish they would give him a standing way to do that. They'll probably think about that later. Is he top 3? To me, no. That's fine. Like, I'm not gonna say like this is wild. I'll be like, he has his reasons, and that's fine. I'm not gonna say it's wild. I'll be like, okay, he looks at the game at a different perspective than everybody else. Because the other thing is, a lot of people would see where Vlav is, and be like, oh, Vlav, this is obviously wrong. Vlav is top tier. When it's like, nah, he loses to this character, probably Powered CL, probably Arc. He probably does even against Arcwood. I think he loses versus CL. I think he does. Maybe he doesn't do that well versus Arcwood either. Like, versus the rest of these, like, the people above him, I think he has a hard time or loses versus them. But it's not like a hard lose. I don't care. I really don't care. Because when this popped up, I'm pretty sure Melty Blood, Type Lumina Twitter people were like, this tier list is stupid. And I'm like, you motherfuckers need to not be on social media, or you not to be able to socialize with people outside. GP and Korea just don't have Vlavs. Okay. That's a regional thing. We have a bunch of Vlavs. We think he's broken. We don't have any Elkos. Actually, no. We think she's broken now because we keep getting beat. People keep getting beat up by Elko players. So people think she's strong now. Like Coma, people didn't think Coma was good till we kept getting beat by like 2 people who specifically play Coma. What else is there? Powered CL, people thought she was shitty. No, we knew Red Arcwood was already good. Arc, people thought Arc was good. It took a while for people to realize Noelle was better after she got the patch buffs. Normalize having opinions. Normalize not being able to say shit. Normalize just not saying shit. Normalize thinking in your head why you think something is the way it is first. But that's impossible though. It's like, I can't get motherfuckers to just sit down and be like, I wonder why this is the way it is. It's always a jerk reaction of, this motherfucker is... This person who made this tier list obviously doesn't know what they're talking about. That's why the region is trash. That's why NA is great. Even though we only have like, 4 or 5 people usually show up. And I just wish they would stop talking. That's all I would want them to do. Like, don't talk about the game. Just play the game. Don't be on social media. Talk in your Discord. Just don't, don't talk about it outside of your Discords. I don't give a fuck. I don't like hearing you talk outside of that. That's it. Because I swear, Type Lumina players just be saying shit, and then when they get backlash, they just have... It's like, of course you're going to get backlash, because you don't fucking think before you talk. What else is there? I personally don't think Mario's top 3, top 3 or that high up, but that's whatever. I can definitely see, like, yeah, I can see that. Like, if you gave me structured reasons, yeah, I could see that. Like, I do think he does fight Vlav at a certain spacing in the screen, but you have to get there first. It definitely isn't easy, but I don't know how I would rate the matchup personally. Arcwood, I think Arcwood's probably top 5 free because she does almost everything except being able to fight zoners. The strong zoners give her a hard time, but 4 BC for her is absolutely nuts. She just travels across the screen really quickly. Noelle, I think Noelle is mad strong, but I think Power CL is better than her, weirdly enough. I'm not sure. Coma's placement makes sense. I would put CL higher, because I think normal CL is still strong as shit, but people don't think that. A character who has a full screen punish isn't better than most characters. That's nuts. She has a flash kick that she doesn't need to guess on the direction for. She has full screen tools. Do you think we'll get more versions of this game, or will it be the same with more characters or changes? I hope we get different versions. I would like different versions. That'd be nice. But time will do its thing for us. It's just up to us to not be stupid about it. Even though I feel like a lot of people are just empty-headed. What else is there? Before I go. Akia being... I definitely think she's strong as shit. I definitely think she there's like one player game stuff that she has constantly, but it's the neutral that's hard for her. Matchup wise, she has a lot of okay matchups, but then she has a lot of like not fun matchups. Like versus the zoners, it's hard for her. Like if I were to do this based off of matchups, I think she's definitely still really high, but she definitely has to struggle versus the zoners in the game. Kohaku placement is good. Probably. I'd have to think about it some more. I'd have to really think about it. But like, you're not justified in saying like your character is low tier, that's why she needs buffs. You're not justified in saying that shit. Because again, this is one person's opinion and not like a group of people's opinions. Like if there was a full Korean community matchup chart for this thing, I'd be like, okay, all the Korean player base thinks this, and that's fine with that. This is one person. You have to remember, when one person makes a tier list, that does not justify you saying that that person is off the rails in their opinions. It's like, oh, they look at it a different way based off of their experiences. Cool. No one ever thinks about that. Everyone thinks like, oh, this person made a tier list. They clearly do not know what they're talking about. It should be, they have rules and reasons for why they did stuff, rather than being like, haha, look at this funny tier list. Akia too high. See, again, that's your problem. You're probably thinking, oh, I just need to shield the ring. What do you do when you don't shield the ring? If she manages to keep meter, it's like, okay, she has meter, she does a block string, you can't shield. EX ring, time to block. Oh, I'll just heat. It's fine, I'll just heat. Okay, you get guard cancel heat, you die. Like, oh, I'll just heat when I get knocked down. I'll just select heat like everyone else does. Oh, I'll just moon drive. Okay, she has ways to like nullify moon drive too. So like, she's not different from the rest of the cast. Like too many people are like, this character is too high, this character is too low. Like, you motherfuckers need to be like, oh, let me think about what this character does versus the cast, as opposed to, oh, I see a tier list, let me be like, this character's too high, you don't know what you're talking about. That's why I think people need to stop making tier lists in the first place. And you need to, in order to make a tier list, the only way people can make tier lists is if there is a community consensus in the region about the tier list. So if you have a bunch of people submit their ideas and you put them together, that's probably the best way you could do it. The next best way to do it is by matchups. Matchups is the easiest way to do it. Because then if you told people like, how do you feel about like CL versus Vlog? No, CL versus Vlog. You get the CL and Vlog players be like, ooh, we don't know, let's think about this. Then that's different. As opposed to just put up a tier list and be like, oh, that character's too high, this tier list is whack. It's like, fuck out of here. People react better to tier list than they do to mix-ups. Tell me about it. Tell me fucking about it. Yeah, I'm done with this. I don't want to do this shit anymore. Alright.